Hey guys, Carlz0r here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a game called Secrets of Rætikon. This game is still in development right now, so please keep in mind that what you see in this video may not be fully representative of the finished product, and this video isn't really a review. It's me just kind of playing a little bit of the game to show you what it's all about and bring some attention towards it, and towards the Indiegogo campaign that they have going on right now in order to help crowdfund a little bit extra money to help them finish off the product. They didn't want to open up to a publisher to help get that extra money. They basically would rather open up to the fans and try to involve the people who will actually be playing in the development of the game, which I think is pretty cool. And there's a bunch of tiers there where you can go and pledge enough to get a copy of the game. You can pledge more to have stuff in the game like with your name on it and stuff like that. I'd recommend just going and checking it out and reading through it all and giving what you can. If you have a bunch of money to throw at them, go for one of the more expensive tiers. If not, at least order this game if you like what you see. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it now and kind of show you what this game is all about. So this is our player character right now, and we're falling through the opening credits kind of, and into our world, where fortunately a tree breaks our fall. And this is us. We're a bird, and we can kind of fly around and flap. I'm playing with an Xbox 360 controller, but you can also play with mouse and keyboard, or I guess it might just be keyboard. And I believe PlayStation controllers are also supported because some of the prompts that come up tell me to hit square to do certain things, which for me on an Xbox 360 controller is where the X button would be. That might be something that will be fixed later, and like this is telling me to hit R1, which is actually right bumper for me. That's the other thing that you can do in this game, is that you can grab onto stuff and pull it. So there's a physics engine involved here. One of the other cool things I thought I'd mention is that... Oops, let me pull this out of the way. There's an editor in this game where apparently you can create stuff for the game and play around with the physics sandbox and stuff like that. I haven't actually experimented with that yet, but it sounds kind of cool. When you pull these little saplings out of the ground, health orbs come out. We lost a little bit of health in the intro to the game where it drops you from the sky and you hit the tree really hard, so that's helpful to go ahead and get. And our main objective right now is to not run into thorny bushes like that thing is, and to collect these little glowing white orbs. By the way, this is another thing you can pull out of the ground, and the bottom of that is thorny, which means you can hurt yourself and other people on it, so keep that in mind. I don't know if, how useful that is, but maybe it will be useful in later stages. I have played a little bit of this game, but I decided after doing the first few kind of objectives that I've run into in the world so far, basically, you'll see in a moment, it's what these white orbs end up being for. I decided to go ahead and start making my video so that I didn't get too far along and then have to restart my game, because I'm actually kind of interested in playing this. Frame rate's getting a little bit choppy. That does not happen when I'm playing the game normally. I'm only having that happen when I'm recording, so don't hold that against the game. It's probably just because my processor's trying to do a bunch of stuff all at once. And yeah, this says press square to release slivers. For me, that's the X button. No biggie. Gotta fill this thing with 25 slivers, which it says down here to do. And then we gotta pull this lever by grabbing onto it and flapping. And we gotta pull it all the way over. It doesn't count unless it goes clicks. And a shard appears. We can hold that by holding down the R button and flying around, and it starts to tell us to bring it back to kind of the central hub area of the game, from what I've determined so far, which is this area right here. By the way, you might see air currents and stuff around in the kind of in the air here. From what I can tell, basically these just make it easier to fly with them rather than against them. But you can fly against them. It's not like the game stops you from doing so. There might be stronger air currents later in the game that are more restrictive. I'm not sure. Haven't run into that yet. Anyway, it tells us to go ahead, and from here we can go to the right. So we're going to go ahead and check out the next area. I'm really liking the music in this game, by the way. You can hear some of it right now. And you can see the way the wildlife interacts with each other. That bird just killed this bird. And I can still carry it around and stuff. Oh, I didn't want to go in there yet. I actually haven't been in there yet, I don't think. I wanted to go down to show you some of the other elements that there are in this game. I think down here... Yeah, so we have a little gray rabbit and we have this big brown rabbit. And they don't seem to really do anything on their own. But what I figured out is if you grab one and pull it over here, then they meet, and they're going to mate and make babies, and that also gives us some shards. So they're doing their rabbity thing over here and making babies. Anyway, let's leave them alone. Give them some privacy. Pull these out of the ground. Actually, I have full health right now. I didn't need that. I didn't need to waste that. And there are things in this game that will attack you, as I'm about to show you right now. This guy right here is a jerk. He likes to attack other birds, including me. He likes to try to throw them into the thorns, but I'm going to throw him into the thorns instead. Come here. Come here. If you hurt him enough, eventually he'll just start running away from you all the time. He'll never attack you again. But you can kill him. That's what I found out. Come back here. Well, maybe I won't bother wasting all that time killing him. It's kind of useless. I don't know if it actually gets you anything. I'm going to go ahead and fill this thing with shards. Oops. Yeah, if you drop any shards that are unnecessary, they just float right back into you. No harm done. So now that we filled this thing with shards, this top part can rotate. So we're going to grab onto it and rotate it, and that opens up another area for us to visit through this cave. And in this cave, of course, as you might expect, there are more shards to collect, or slivers, as they were calling them, yeah. And there's also a puzzle to solve. Can you see what's missing in this picture? It's just like the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. We gotta assemble this statue. And it has a base already, and it just needs 3 pieces stacked on top, so it's just like the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Yeah. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Great old game show from the 90s. If you didn't grow up with it, go look it up. Well, you've probably heard it referenced a whole bunch in the past. Or present. Anyway. There we go. And that wakes up the big statue thingy in the middle. And I can't remember how many slivers he needs. I think it's 25. So we're going to fly around this place and explore the little tunnels and stuff that are around and hopefully get enough slivers to put... Oops. To put in him. Maybe there aren't enough in here. I might have to go back out to the world for a minute and come back. Because there's plenty of slivers out here in this area. And yes, there is a limit to how high up you can fly. There's even a little line indicating at which point you will just kind of arc upwards and then curve back downwards in kind of a natural arcing fashion. Let me see. More slivers. More slivers. More slivers? There's a sliver. Oh, here's a tunnel full of slivers. And let's see. We have more than 25 now, which is fine. Oh, here's something. Pull this open, and that's how you get to these. And there's one on the other side too. And I think we can grab onto it and push against it to open it up. Yep. And there's some more shard thingies, sliver thingies up here. I don't know why I keep on calling them shards. I don't know why I have that word on the brain right now. Let's go ahead and head back into that cave. Yeah, that bird's still scared of us. We heard him good. Anywho. Fill him full of slivers. Oops. Too many slivers. And as you might expect, this is how we receive another one of these things. What do you do with it? I can hear you asking? Well, you probably already know. What did we do with the last one? We brought it back to the hub. I'm just calling it the hub area because That's what it seems like to me. It's kind of a central location to bring everything back to. And this one goes up here at the top. It tells us to continue finding shards to bring back to this thing in the middle to open all the cage doors, which I imagine is the objective, or one of the objectives to this game. So now we kind of have a little bit of a structure to what we're supposed to be doing. Go around and collect slivers, use those to open up new tunnels and places, explore those places to... I wonder what that text says. Anyway, explore those places to obtain more slivers, more shards, bring them all back here, and so on and so forth. So if you like the art style of this game, which I do, if you like the soundtrack of this game, which might be kind of hard to hear in the video, but I do, and apparently it's composed by some pretty cool guy. I just watched the little video that the developers made as kind of their Indiegogo trailer, and you'll learn more about that kind of stuff. And if you like the gameplay of something like this, where it's kind of an open world exploration, 2D, flying like a bird simulator, I mean, definitely go check this game out. I'm going to be playing a lot of it. I was definitely glad when I heard about this and decided to make a video to show it to you guys. So anyway, that's all I'm going to show for now. I think that's more than an adequate amount of gameplay to show you, to kind of give you an idea of whether this game is worth your support or not. I definitely think you should go check it out. Like I said, I'm going to be playing this game. I'm probably going to finish it. I love it. And I'm also going to be playing with that editor thing at some point. I might even make a video about that at some point. If you guys would like to see that, please leave a comment down below asking me to show the editor. If I receive enough comments about it, I will definitely make one rather than just kind of mildly considering it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will see you guys next time. Thanks.